Y'all ever lived through a springtime before?
Yeah. Yep.
Notice anything?
Yeah.
Well? Anything about it that's different than winter, say?
It's green.
Pardon?
It's green.
It's green!
Things are growing.
Things are growing!
It's hopeful and exciting.
Hopeful, exciting!
Buds are creeping up.
Buds opening, creeping up.
Yes.
Wondering when is it gonna open?
When,
And then they're open.
anticipation! Yeah, and then they're open. Hmm?
Robins.
Robins! Yeah, it gets noisier, huh?
Yeah.
More traffic!
Muddier.
Muddier, that's for sure. Things melt. There's thaw. And the consequences of thaw. And the consequences of thaw can be messy. Oh, everything seemed pretty simple when it was all in stasis, huh? Actually get out of stasis and have some thaw? Yeah, it's going to be messier. It's not all put away in the woodshed. Now we're dealing with some stuff now. That thing you didn't bury? The compost that didn't rot, it's rotting now. Yes, exactly. Aha! Yes. Exactly. There it all is in the spring. This is very important stuff. Nature of spring. It's not your issue, it's a springtime issue. Yep, it's going to get messy when it comes out of stasis.
Layers coming off.
Layers coming off! Oh, thank God! For so much more freedom of movement, you have to be... Right? I can throw on a jacket, light wrap, just go outside, get something from the car. It's not like, oh, well, I don't have to... Yeah. There's so much more ease and freedom without having to be... Yeah. Run outside and grab a few dandelion greens or something. It's not a big deal. You don't have to put on the snow boots.
There's the mud.
Pardon?
There's the mud.
That's true, there is the mud. I also will note that just as the incredible difference between beginnings of different kinds of songs, literature, lives, that spring is really different in different areas. And our spring is so characterized by mud that actually in the five-element tradition, earth season, I actually celebrate as the transition between winter and spring. Usually it's celebrated as the transition between summer and fall, and it sort of is. But when you say to a Vermonter, you know there's a fifth season, they're like, yeah, mud season. And everybody turns yellow and gets nauseous and feels stagnant and all this stuff. So when it's like that. It's not like that below the Mason-Dixon. It's nothing like that below the Mason-Dixon line. Spring is here. Ah, flowers. And it's this light. It's like, oh, just. We've got Beethoven's Sixth playing. You can smell Beethoven's Sixth Symphony coming out of everywhere. It's exhaled from the earth. And here, spring is more like, where's my coffee? Where's my coffee? Okay, I'm awake. At least at first. There's a little bit of a cranky quality to it. So really, in order to fully know the wood element and the nature of springtime, we need to embrace springtime for the whole planet and different kinds and look at, oh, what does springtime have in common? Thus, that I can say, yes, this is the nature of springtime, and where are the different kinds of springtime such that I can meet somebody and recognize a new little bunny. That's the wood element. And where's my coffee? And that's the wood element. And I know that. I can recognize it. Ah, yes, awakening. Newness. That's what we've got in common here. Yeah, because one of the things about spring, I'm talking. Is this okay?
Yeah.
I'm like, I love spring. When I was in acupuncture school, I wanted to be a wood constitutional type so much, so much, so much. I wanted so much that I wore nothing but green for 7 weeks straight at one point, trying to turn myself into one. I'm like, I'm going to do it. And I tried. It didn't work.
It'd be amazing if that worked.
Wouldn't it be amazing if that worked? Dear God, please make me into a wood type. I demand it. Make me a wood type. Come on! What are you waiting for? Damn, this Constitution jam! Anyway, I'm going to say a controversial thing. I hope it's not that controversial. I've gotten into major fights about it before. And now I don't get into the fights as much as because what I say in advance is try to see this from the point of view of the Chinese and also see it from your own point of view as well. But just for the sake of getting the paradigm clear, yeah. Healing and growth are only something that can happen if you're alive. Non-living things don't grow and don't heal. It's why anything that is growing more rapidly heals more rapidly, right? Little children, they're growing so fast, they heal so fast. Less growth, less healing. It's why you can't heal a broken vase, but you can heal a broken heart. It's why you can't heal your car. I sure wish that we could sometimes, right? It's not growing. It's not alive. And of all 5 elements, here's the controversial statement, only the wood element is alive. It is our aliveness. Can you feel your aliveness? How much of your aliveness can you feel? It's not an on-off switch. How much aliveness is in you? Can you feel where it lives in your body, your aliveness, from which your growth, healing, freedom to take chances, because I know I'll recover, springs from? How alive am I? I mean, water, there it goes. It's not, things in it live in it, but it's not alive. A fire, please, it's not murder to put it out. Okay? I really hope there's nobody who feels that way. Earth, yes, it's a matrix for life, but you never get a bag of potting soil, rip it open and say, oh shit, it's dead, I need to bring it back. Nor do you say, oh look, it had a baby. It doesn't happen. It's not the same, right? And here's the really controversial one. Are rocks alive? Not according to the Chinese, in the sense of having babies and growing and all that kind of stuff. This is a difference, just so I'm not offending anybody majorly. This is not a question, does fire have spirit? Does rocks have spirit? Does water have spirit? Does earth have spirit? They have spirit. This is different. I pay them the deepest respect. Some of my best friends are rocks. Okay? I've been called a rock bigot.
Oh, no.
By saying that rocks are not alive. So, people here understand what I mean by alive, such that we're not prejudiced against rocks and overlooking their being. Okay, it seems okay. Great. Because when you're working on feeling your aliveness, I don't want you role modeling on a rock. I want to be really practical and really clear. I want you to be role modeling on wood, on plants, on things that if you chop them down and you haven't killed them, they don't waste time. They don't think about, is it really worth it? They come back. That's what they do, right? They're not pondering. They're saying, so long as I live, I live. It's tremendous. Yeah. All right. And then the question is, okay, how alive am I? And everything that increases that is the strengthening of the wood element.